Hello!
Hi.
Oh, we were sleepy idiots yesterday, and we did not stream, and we are sorry. Do you forgive us? We're still sleepy idiots today, but we are
You
streaming.
gotta be fucking kidding.
Star Spawn! Star Spawn, Star Spawn, Star Spawn. Still thinking about Star Wars, Star Spawn. Still thinking about Luke and Leia's evil inbred children wreaking havoc across the galaxy.
I mean, Leia did end up having an evil child.
I think he has a redemption arc in the last movie, though, right? We haven't seen the last movie.
I thought he got fucking stabbed to death.
Oh, maybe he doesn't get. I don't know. Maybe I just assumed he was gonna get redeemed because the way that they were portraying certain things, but maybe he doesn't get redeemed. I don't know.
And I don't know anything about Luke's extended universe kids, but I know he's got a lot.
His extended universe kids are like normal, like they're Jedi and shit, I believe.
Well,
but...
they'd have to be, of course.
No, neither of us have ever read Splinter of the Mind's Eye. It's like that's like the first extended universe novel, right? Someone's like, you ever read Splinter of the Mind's Eye? You ever read Splinter of the Mind's Eye on weed?
Okay.
So we still have all of these open, right?
Yeah, because the hawk and the wolf both require me going to the mountain, which I haven't unlocked yet.
Well, no, you finished the rat.
The rat was part of the last four.
Oh, so what's the fourth one?
It's...
Scroll down. Scroll all the way down. The rat.
Hang on, let me... it's... The stag is the one that I
You
haven't
haven't even
unlocked
started
because
that. Yeah,
it doesn't
you're right.
start until I get to the mountains, and I
Okay.
haven't found the entrance to the mountains yet. But yeah, I feel like the one that I'm going to be able to progress is the hog, and that's about 3 sisters.
Yeah.
And I've already gotten one. And
Yeah.
I'm working on the second one, because I replaced... Like, I have an effigy I'm gonna burn of them, and I already took something from the youngest sister. Now I'm working on taking something from the oldest sister.
You have to make this browbeater, magnum browbeater. You have to replace her, like, a whomping stick with this big elite club.
Yeah. So I need embers and I need sticks, so I'm going to the forest. Is this really loud to you?
No,
Okay.
it's because I'm using these new headphones. Yeah, Splinter of the Mind's Eye by Alan Dean Foster, set between episode 4 and 5. When people didn't know anything about Skywalker family locations. Luke and Leia are alone on a planet and there's tension between them. Hell yes. Connections, yeah, I got that after I read the rest of what you were saying. Oh, man. Where are we at in Baldur's Gate 3? Not very far.
We ain't even found Halcyon yet.
Yeah, I feel like we've played for like 3 days in a row to varying lengths of time last week.
I feel like we keep trying to play when we're already tired, and it's not a casual game at all. Not that
Yeah.
I assumed it would be, because, like, I've played Pillars of Eternity, which is similar. Like, I've never played any other Baldur's Gate game.
We've played Divinity though.
Yeah,
and this
that's a
game
better
is
comparison. Yeah.
a lot like Divinity, and it's just a very focused game. You gotta be pretty focused on it, I think, on the strategy and stuff. But yeah, we're still like in the first area trying to find that druid guy. I don't know why we can't find him. We may be stupid, I don't know. But we played, like, Friday or Thursday. Have we played since Thursday? Did we play?
We played Saturday.
We played Saturday.
And then we just didn't play on Sunday because we were too brain dead to focus on it.
And then we slept all yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, I wanted to play yesterday, but I ended up sleeping.
Yeah.
The vibes were bad yesterday. We just had to throw it in the garbage.
Yeah, we had to hit the reset button yesterday. Like, could not function as humans. But yeah, I don't know. We're kind of stuck in the very first part of that game, and I don't know why we're stuck. But there's a lot of things to stumble upon between the Druid's Grove and Halcyon, says Starspawn. I do think that we have stumbled on quite a lot. I think the issue is, and we had this issue when we played Divinity. What is that game called? Divinity Original Sin?
Yeah, I think that's the first one.
Because it's technically like the fourth Divinity game, I think. But it's the first,
okay.
It's the first one that Larian Studios made.
I need to go back to docks. I need barnacles.
But like in that Divinity game, like we kept getting into quests and little side stuff like halfway, but then it was like we would run into a part of it that was just too difficult and we'd have to back out. So it's like we never could finish anything. And that's kind of the way I felt the few times we played Baldur's Gate, is like, all right, let's go this way and check this out. Oh, yeah, we got to backtrack because we can't get past this part. All right, let's go this way looking for house, and oh, that's the wrong way, obviously, and we can't get past it. So let's backtrack.
Oh, let's go this way. Oh, shit, that's an owl bear.
Yeah. It's such a dense world, though. Like, I'm really impressed by it. Like, none of this is us complaining about the game, but I don't feel like we've had time. We've had the...
Yeah, we haven't had the time to give it the attention it requires.
Yeah, like, I really want to sit down one day this weekend and, like, try to get up at a decent hour and, like, play all day and really get into it. It's so good, though. It is probably, and Divinity was a little bit like this, but this game is probably the closest, like everybody's saying, to sitting down and playing tabletop D&D. What difficulty? We're on the
standard one.
Standard, you know, like not too strategic, but not too story focused either. But I like the mechanics. I like the characters we've met so far. I find that there is a little bit of a learning curve to the controls. And we were playing with a keyboard, and now we've switched to playing with a mouse, because like I don't think either of us really like those point-to-walk games, you know? So we've switched to a controller so that we can actually walk around with a stick. But it is a mechanically dense game, so I think we've run into a little bit of issue trying to remember what to do. I keep doing this thing where I skip my turn by accident.
The sow takes a few test swings with her new cudgel, making you duck for safety.
Aha! Now that's more like it. Solid build, perfect balance.
You won't be needing that cracked old stick anymore. I'll just take it off your hands.
Sure, whatever. It's as good as firewood now.
She ignores you and goes looking for pine cones or small animals to take a swing at.
Alright, so you got the second weapon that you can use in this effigy.
Chop up the well-weathered cudgel into bite-sized pieces and offer them to the small effigy. It wastes no time gobbling up the bits of wood and crunching them to splinters. Satisfied with its second meal of sticks, the simulated pig rumbles and once again grows in size. This ham is almost ready for dinner. It just needs one more helping of soul food. Something special from that brutish butcher will be the last ingredient I need. Big Pig's Whetstone.
Yeah, Star's one is saying that if we're not taking tons of damage, we might not be resting as often as we should because like story stuff happens at camp. I would bet that we aren't going to camp as much as we should because like I don't even think about it for a lot of the time when we play. I mean, we've done story stuff at camp, but probably not enough. You see the enormous swine hacking apart a haunch of meat with her cleaver. Its dull and chipped blade has clearly seen better days. She sneezes heavily before wiping a gob of snot off with the back of her hand. You, Gin, what do you want now?
As your dutiful employee, I've been taking it upon myself to improve your meat business. That whetstone of yours like it's not doing a great job of keeping your tools sharp. She raises an eyebrow at the worn slab of a grindstone sitting on the countertop.
I suppose it might be time to replace old girl.
Just think of how much more brutal you could be with a brand new sharpener.
The Magi Sharp XL.
Okay.
That's the last of the reagents.
Yeah. Finely made sharpening strip. What is rabbit foot? So now I have to go to the mountains.
Yeah. I think you're at a point now for all of these missions where you have to go to the mountains, right?
I think so. But there is shit that I can get. I need to go get a gnome's hat, which means I need to make these fucking Hellraiser puzzle boxes. I need nails, cobblestone. I'm gonna have to go get that. Hey, guess what I'm gonna have to go do?
What?
Go to the swamp and fight mosquitoes.
Go to the fucking swamp. Yeah, I think we've definitely noticed that. Is like there's no shortage of food, which is nice that food has a more useful like use, for lack of a better word, in this game because like you know it's such a staple of like Western RPGs to pick up shit tons of like cabbages and apples and cheese wedges and shit. But I like that it all combines into camping materials in this game. Like that's such a good use for it. Unlike, you know, Skyrim where you stop in the middle of a dragon fight to eat 40 heads of cabbage to regain your HP. You're just going through town digging up cobblestones out of the road.
Yeah, I need cobblestone and I need nails.
Well, I know you need it. I'm just saying that's really funny. It's a funny way to do it.
When you're old, you get to do whatever the fuck you want.
It's true. It's true.
One I've already dug up. Nope, get away. So that means I need this, which means I need newt.
So
Oh, I actually have one of those.
You need newt eyes and mosquito whatever's out of the swamp.
Yeah.
So how do you get to the mountain? Do you have to go past that troll in the swamp?
I don't know.
Feel
Like, I went to that area, but I couldn't interact with the troll.
Oh, we did say the troll might be the way to the last area, right? Like the
Yeah, because I thought it was, but that's all there is. So it's like, that has to be the way to the mountains.
Okay.
Because I thought the Darkwood was a place we could go to, but I'm not really sure if we can.
I gotcha. Oh, good. Keep yawning.
Because, yeah, this is the last portal.
Oh, why is November going by so quickly? Thanksgiving is next week.
November fucking sucks.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. Anybody like Thanksgiving food? I don't like Thanksgiving food very much. Like, I don't know if that's true. Like, I don't know. I like some Thanksgiving food, but like, I don't think I like the Thanksgiving food my family makes.
Well, I mean, that's the traditional food. Okay. Newt, Scoot, and Boogie.
Newt, Scoot, and Boogie.
Now I've got to get more of this goblin shit.
You gotta get a gnome hat from the field.
Yeah. Gotta get a couple of gnome hats, actually. Oh, that's a changeling root, not a pumpkin bone. Okay, sorry, let me think about this. So I need the turkey gizzard stone, which I'm gonna get with the tablets. I need the gnome hat, which I'm gonna get with a puzzle box. And I also have to get the goblin snot again.
It's not what? Huh?
Huh?
The goblin's not what? Speaking of tablets, I tried to explain to my mother last night that an iPad is not a catch-all term for a tablet, that it's a brand of tablet. That was a hard conversation.
Yeah, it was really rough on everybody.
Like, I couldn't work out an analogy for her that worked. I tried to use cars, like, you know, Kia is a brand of car, and we drive Kia Souls, but they also make like Kia Sorrentos or whatever. So like, you know, a company has a name, and then their products have a brand name, and then like Ford is a company, just like Amazon is a company, and they have a brand of tablet, just like Ford has different brands of cars. It was like a 20-minute conversation. I don't think she understood at the end. She has an Amazon tablet. She ran over it. Like last week. And she's trying to buy a new one.
Changeling root. There's a gnome right over here, so let's go send him to hell and steal his hat.
Send this gnome to hell. Can you do me a big favor and send that gnome to hell, please?
It's done.
Thank you. Thank you for sending that gnome to hell.
I do also need to make a tinder box before I leave. Which I have the ingredients for, so I should probably go ahead and make it. Now I need to go get the goblin ingredient.
Trying to think of anything interesting we've done since the end of October. Have we done anything?
Nah.
We've just kind of been like existing. I really know what to do after October. Watch all the horror movies, and it's like, well, I guess we just gotta like live now. I've been cleaning records. I've been doing that. I cleaned up my spin clean record cleaner, and ripped up new. That's right, Star Spawn. The horror of existence is what happens after October. After the fun horror of October, you're left with just the actual horror of existence. Yeah, I've been cleaning my records. Cleaned 32 records over the last couple days. Yeah, I'm gonna clean another 16 before we get in bed tonight. Because you get about 50 cleanings out of one batch of distilled water and cleaning fluid. We got some new sleeves, outer and inner sleeves. Getting them all nice and cleaned up.
So more changeling roots and more nails.
What kind of inner sleeves do I use? Last time I bought inner sleeves, I bought Mobile Fidelity anti-static sleeves. This time I bought Big Fudge anti-static sleeves. And I did, and I thought they were exactly the same pretty much. But these Big Fudge sleeves have, like, what I think is like acid-free archival backing. So it's got like a thin paper backing inside the anti-static plastic, which I guess is fine. It doesn't seem to be like abrasive or anything, so I think I'm happy with them. But I bought those, and I bought the same brand Big Fudge outer sleeves, like the really clear outer sleeves. I hate those like thicker cloudy sleeves that you get for records.
Please stop saying you bought Big Fudge.
I did though.
But you didn't. I'm not gonna go in the kitchen and find fudge to eat.
That's true. Let me try to make you some vegan fudge.
No, you've tried to make fudge when it wasn't vegan and got real mad.
For the fucking mulch gang. Teareth. Starswan says, I have some Invest in Vinyl brand. They're nice, no static. Sometimes they're too wide to fit inside outer jackets. Oh, okay. I know the name of that brand, but I don't think I've ever bought anything from them. I've never had inner sleeves that won't fit in jackets. But I have bought outer sleeves that will not accommodate certain double LP gatefolds, which is really annoying. Tell me this, Starspawn. Do you... Okay, so I assume you use outer and inner sleeves, so like you put your jacket in the outer sleeve. Are your records inside the jacket, or do you slip the records in behind the jacket inside the inner sleeve? Because that's usually what I do. And I've seen people argue like 50-50 whether that's good practice or not. See, oh yeah, see, I hate that. I hate when the inner sleeve bunches up in the jacket. That drives me crazy. Which is one of the reasons I don't put them in the jacket after I clean them. I just put them behind the jacket in the outer sleeve, because like fishing them in and out of the jacket, in my opinion, is 9 times out of 10 gonna make the the inner sleeve bunch, but over time is gonna like damage the jacket more. So I just try to take the jacket out of the equation. I just want the jacket in the outer sleeve, and I don't ever want to like have to take it in or out to take the vinyl out. So like when I listen, you know, I pull the whole thing off the shelf. I slip the vinyl out from behind the sleeve, and then the sleeve never, I don't even touch the sleeve. Okay, Starstone says record inside inner sleeve, that inside the jacket, that inside the outer sleeve. I face the inner sleeve sideways so I can turn the jacket and the record slides out. See, that I can get behind, because yeah, like you're like, I feel like that's gonna like give you the ultimate dust protection. But I don't know, I just don't want to be taking my I don't want to be taking my sleeves out of the outer sleeve. I don't know. I might be on the wrong side of this opinion, actually. Tier says, I demand mulch content during the stream, Subway Surfer style. Yeah, we don't have nearly enough content on stream. We need at least 2 more windows. We need TikTok mulch gang videos playing down in probably the lower right, I think. And then I think we don't move. I think the TikTok videos can overlap part of the game video. And then I think we don't crop the video, we just kind of squash it down, and we have some kind of long strip at the top playing something else. What kind of format would fit in that? Like a 1920 by 200 strip at the top of the screen.
Like a news ticker.
Like a news ticker? What would it be ticking, though? Oh, actually, we could probably line up clips of every what's that guy's name? MacFarlane? Seth MacFarlane. We can line up clips of every Seth MacFarlane show. We could have Family Guy, American Dad, The Cleveland Show. What else he got? He gotta have something else, right?
Must he?
I don't know. He's probably got something.
The movie Ted.
Yeah. Oh, Tara said put the Bandcamp recently bought ticker up at the top. Because it's just a constant flow of all the albums people are buying on Bandcamp. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, Starstone says that they do take extra stuff out of their sleeves and tuck it behind the sleeve in the outer sleeve. So if it's got big lyric hooks and stuff, they don't want to overpack the jacket. I can respect that, because that's definitely going to cause issues. Bochum says, I try to keep the inner sleeve record outside of the jacket too. You're not alone. Also, hello. Hello, Mochum. Say hello to Mochum.
Hi, Mochum. Mochum? I hardly know him.
I'm kind of behind that idea, Tier. Yeah, we can see when specific labels drop stuff in the Bandcamp ticker up there. My favorite thing about the Bandcamp ticker is hovering the mouse over it so it freezes on an album for a minute, and then like letting it sit there for like 30 seconds, and then letting it go so that it scrolls by super fast with everything that backed up while you were holding it frozen.
See, like, I can't talk to this person. They just go, and I can't do a thing.
What does it say? Perhaps he likes you. Yeah, I think this must be an area you go to at the end. At the very end, so I don't know. So we don't know how to get to the mountain?
No, and that's the only place I have left to go.
Okay, so have you looked at all the areas to see if there's like a new exit that you can take? Because I feel like that happened with some areas.
Well, I don't think it's in the swamp.
It's like people that spin the Wheel of Fortune wheel too hard. Yes. Do you folks clean your records? Do you have any kind of cleaning regime you go with? I don't do anything regularly like I should. I mean, I brush. I have a zero static gun, which I can't effectively say whether or not those work, unfortunately. But I think they might. I do have one of those. But then I also just use an anti-static brush every time I play a record. Just give it a quick brush before I drop the needle. I also have one of those little sticky goo pads that you can lift and drop the needle on, and it'll just grab all the gunk on your needle and pull it off. You ever just really want all the gunk on your needle pulled off?
I mean, you need to do it.
Yeah.
Mario says.
So like when I play a record, I hit it with a zero stat gun. I give it a brief brushing to get the surface dust off, and then usually between every few records, I will get any possible gunk off the needle. I also have a needle conditioning fluid somewhere, but I don't know where it is. I couldn't find it earlier today.
It's probably over
Yeah,
there.
I think it's over there, but I do have a spin clean, which is, like the budget record cleaning device before you start getting into like $700 fucking vacuum machines and stuff. But you just fill that dude with distilled water and a little cap full of their cleaning solution. You stick the record in between the brushes, spin it left and right a few times, and it gets the fluid down in the grooves and then brushes through it, and supposedly should take all the dirt out of the grooves. I don't know how good of a job it does, but I do get some results out of it.
Oh, I guess this just opened up.
Yeah, I feel like we had that happen before, though. Like, some paths don't open until it's time to go there. So, path up to the mountain. Alright, brand new area. Snowy Mountain. There's a rabbit.
I gotta catch them with their feet.
Motion says, I have one of those little brushes that I use for playing something, but I don't have cleaning fluid anymore, just distilled water, so I don't know if that really helps. I mean, I don't even use fluid on the brush. I just use a brush and just run it over the record as it spins to take off any accumulated surface dust. But I do think that using distilled water for a little bit of a clean is probably better than nothing. My problem with
Oh, I need a third one. Shit.
like putting any fluid on the record before you play it, or wet playing like some people do, is that is what for me has caused the most gunk buildup on my needle. So it's like you loosen any dust down in the groove with liquid, and then you play the record too soon afterwards, and that dirt comes out on your needle. So you really have to keep your needle clean afterwards.
Okay, so there's that. And there's that. So that's the pigs taken care of. And now I need... There are chilies that grow here somewhere. And then I need a red feather.
I saw it. There's a bunch of redbirds over here.
Yeah, and they also work with the small trap. How many feathers was that?
Oh, I didn't see.
Two.
Dose.
Hell yes!
Millhouse. Got a meaty morsel.
Okay, and I need chilies. No snare. Right. There's a little ice mushroom. Ice newt.
Who is this man?
Crystal newt.
The crystal newt. Off-putting snowman. You gotta pickpocket him? Is that what that is?
It just says interact. Hello, can I help you?
He's just chilling.
Get it? Because he's made of ice.
Sometimes, Mochum says, I clean my needle with a Mr. Clean magic eraser sponge. I read that's supposed to help. What? How do you, like, what? What do? You just, like, touch the needle onto it, or, like, how does that work? I've never heard of that.
Up on the slopes of the mountain, you spot a camp of dangerous-looking fur trappers sharpening their spears. No need to bother them just yet. Alright. So can I not get any chilies right now?
You press it onto it, it pulls the dust and gunk off. Okay. Yeah, see, like, I have a little gooey thing that's made for that. I've never heard of using a Mr. Clean eraser.
This is the portal where that off-putting snowman was.
Okay. That is very interesting, Motion.
Oh, there's the stag.
Oh, he looks nice. Stay back, spirit. I have nothing you want.
Tisk, keep your wits about you, boy. I'm just an old woman.
Oh, so you are. My apologies. One can never be too careful traveling about the mountainside.
Or I guess he's not the stag, since he would be labeled the stag if he was.
Plenty of tricksters like to disguise themselves and play pranks on me. I meant no disrespect.
None taken. What are you doing out in the cold anyway?
I've come to collect ice berries for my brother's coronation. He's going to be crowned king of the whole realm today.
The whole realm, you say? King, according to whom?
Well, according to him, I suppose. He's the eldest, after all. He says it's his destiny. Some days, I'm not so sure, though. I feel like I should be doing something more than just tending to the castle's gardens.
So he gets to be king and you get to pick berries till your fingers fall off?
It's not so bad. I like the crisp air and the fresh snow. There's something magical about that wilderness. But listen to me prattle on. I still need to collect the ice berries my brother requested. He's very particular when it comes to, well, anything, really.
A job shared is done twice as quickly. Let me help you before the frost bites.
Why, thank you. I am getting a bit chilly. I only need a few more ice berries. The stag.
Look, finding those. Okay, 10 berries, alright.
10 berries. Berries. I wish we had some berries.
Frozen treat. I know I need your fur for something. So I still need that motherfucker. And I gotta catch a snow. Oh, frostlink snow. So when I trap those other dudes, it'll. Okay. What did I determine I need for those traps? I need nails, that's what I'm missing, of course. How do I only have 3 berries? I feel like I've picked 1,000,000.
Dude, these poor newts are just trying to, like, take a nap, and you're just smashing their shit up.
Oh, fuck.
Doggy. What kind of turntables do you guys use in chat? I've had the Audio-Technica LP-120 for like 5 years now. Which I think is like kind of the standard
Oh, there's the chili. They're very hard to see.
mid-level turntable or whatever.
One more berry and I think one more chili. Newt newt.
Newt newt.
Whoop.
Newt newt, motherfucker.
So there's all the berries. I'll turn that in.
Audio-Technica, yeah. If it's an Audio-Technica, it's probably the same as mine. They're good turntables, because I think they're pretty much the only one at that price level that is direct drive. Oh, just look at this wonderful bounty that you've gathered. He gladly takes the berries from you and places them in his pack.
It was no problem at all. The stroll through the brisk air was quite refreshing.
If only my brother cared as much for the beauty of this place. He's always been content staying amidst the nobles of his court.
I should like to meet this brother of yours. He sounds like quite the ruler.
Well, why didn't you say so? I'd be happy to invite you into the castle.
The buck slips his arm out towards you in a gentlemanly fashion. You take it with your gnarled claws and nod. Let's be off then, shall we?
The prince isn't accepting peasant complaints. Scat, you old crow. How dare you speak to my guest with that tone? Apologies, sir. I didn't know she was your guest. Don't apologize to me. I'm not the one you disrespected. Right, I'm sorry, miss. What I meant to say was, welcome to the court of the magnificent and benevolent stag.
Louder and with more pomp, please.
I hereby welcome the lady of the
swamp.
Lady of the Swamp, to celebrate with us on this most auspicious day, the bequeathing of the kingdom to those whose antlers reach the hithermost clouds and shine with justice and...
That will do just fine. Carry on guarding.
Right. The buck turns to you and nods to his pack. I've got to prepare these berries for the ceremony and do some final pruning in the hedge maze. I'll meet you inside.
Okay, I'm actually gonna go look for that last chili.
Fuck off is what I'm gonna do. Yeah, the Audio Technica,
There we go.
like the LP 120, I think is one of the few that's like direct drive versus belt driven, which I think the Project and the Riga turntables are, if I'm not mistaken, something like that.
Okay, so I need one thing of silver fox fur, which I need a frozen morsel for, which means I need nails, and I need water.
Someone says, I miss having the auto stop when the record ends. I'm often in the kitchen cooking while listening to records, and the record will stop right when my hands are covered in food. Yeah. I used to have a 70s console unit, and, despite the fact that it was like an old... first of all, like, the budget stuff from the 70s is still better, like, miles better than the budget stuff you can get now. But... it had auto stop and auto play and everything, and it was really nice to have those functions. Rojo has a TAC TN300. I'm not familiar with that. Let me look it up.
Oh no, I have to get it from the well, not the fountain.
Yeah, this looks very similar to the LP 120. In fact, I think it's got the same cartridge. But yeah, this one is belt driven.
Oh, now I need more berries, of course. I might as well get as many fucking...
It's a really nice looking turntable, though. And it's got the built-in preamp. Starspun says Crosley's are the best. I, certainly, of course, try not to be any kind of snob with anybody's hobbies, but if you're rolling with a Crosley turntable,
Love yourself.
yeah, you really need to learn to love yourself. And I have a Crosley turntable. That I really, really put effort into trying to like. But they are terrible.
I can give this whetstone to the pig. So I'm gonna do that, since I'm here looking for nails anyways.
One of the worst things about the Crosley turntables is like those oh, you got this going.
Yeah, this sow slowly grinds the blade of her cleaver across the new whetstone, sending flecks of rust flying. She plucks a hair from her own chin and tests the keenness of the edge by splitting it in half.
Ho ho, not bad at all. Go on, take this old stone, throw it in the trash bin.
You toss the old brick into the effigy's ravenous maw, and it cracks it to dust within moments. With its final meal of brick, the porcine simulacrum swells to monstrous proportions. A rattling laugh chills your blood as the old man's spirit looks upon your work.
Haha, what a proper beggar's feast this is. I can't remember this guy's voice. I thank you for the kind gesture, but I still don't see how this will bring justice to those wretched swine.
Just you wait, I have to fire up the barbecue first.
Need a spark.
I'm not gonna have the means to make that. I'm missing one fucking firefly, old man. Hold on.
Bochum says I fucked my needle up when I first set it up because I had never used a counterweight and I slammed it down on something, so now it has an upgraded needle. I fucked up a couple of needles. Can't remember what happened to the first needle for my LP 120. I think I had fucked up the, not the counterweight, but the anti-skate, and over like the first year that I had it, the needle just got warped. So I learned how to use that correctly, and I replaced that needle, and then I guess that needle is the one I recently broke earlier this year, because I was using that thing that I was talking about, the little sticky thing that rips all the gunk off the needle, and I don't know, like I was putting it down under the needle. I don't know what I did, but I just came at the wrong angle and hit the needle itself with the edge of the little device, and it bent the needle like all the way back. So at that point I did, because like my turntable came with the same cartridge as your turntable, but I upgraded mine to it's like the LP Gear 95 SE something, I don't know. It's just like a slight upgrade, and I can tell that it sounds a little better.
I'm pretty sure I need this to get that golden egg from the goose in the market or the village, wherever it is.
Anyone have trouble with 45, says Starspawn. My arm wants to fly off when first breaking it down, and it seems more susceptible to skipping when it gets near the end of the side. I almost never play 7 inches. I do have some 7-inch 45s. I'll have to play them and see if I notice that, because I don't think I've had that problem.
I think the goose is in the market.
Ghost Max. What up, Ghost Max? First one says I have a bunch of 45s, mostly 70s and 80s stuff. That's rad. I don't know. I just never have gotten into 45s. I guess because it's like I don't want to like stand there in front of my turntable. But my turntable is elevated. I can't really like sit in front of it and switch and like flip stuff and change stuff out all the time. I think if I had one that was like right in front of me,
I guess this is not the answer.
I would play more 45s. I do have some that I like. In fact, I have the original Hellraiser soundtrack on 7-inch. Like on like 5 or 6 7-inch records. It's going good, Ghost Max. We missed yesterday, but we are back today. How's your day going? How's your week going? How's your November going? November is skating by very quickly. Oh shit, Mochum, you replaced the whole cartridge with the Ortophon Red. I feel like an Ortophon cartridge might be in the cards for me eventually. I don't know. I don't know. Because like the kind of turntable that I have and I think you have and Starspawn has, like,
Is that up here? No, I think it's down there.
I think upgrading the turntable, you're gonna make a jump from like $200 to $500 to like thousands of dollars to upgrade to a better turntable. So it's probably not worth it. So I think upgrading the cartridge is like the way to go, but I'm just not sure.
Okay, you have to use a glitter bomb on a goose, not a digestive tablet. So my bad. But I know where that golden egg is, so I feel like I should go ahead and get it.
Yeah. I remember you commenting on it last time we played. What is that?
What?
What's that little guy just laying right there?
This?
Yeah.
It's a seed.
Oh, okay.
An imp eye nut.
Good.
I can't remember what it is because it looks similar to like a chestnut or a datura seed pod.
What is datura?
It's a poisonous species of flower, like is it angel's trumpet or something?
Oh.
But I think the more commonly known thing that's shaped like that is chestnuts.
Yeah,
Not water
yeah,
chestnuts,
yeah.
but just chestnuts in general.
Like those spiky green balls
Yeah.
that fall. J-Mac. J-Mac says Datura will fuck you up. J-Mac ate some Datura one time and now he's the way he is. Plays the bass. Datura will turn you into a bass player.
I know random poisonous flowers because I love to read through Victorian language of flower bullshit.
Yeah, I know that you've been into that before. Like, I think that shit's really cool. So you gotta get in there and get that egg. Golden egg retrieved.
Okay. And did I make yeah, I think I made the tinderbox.
J-Mac says if you play bass, you're basically dead anyway.
Shit.
What do you need?
Did I make that or not? I did make it. Okay, good. Striking a spark into the pit, you set the tinder alight. You take a step back, watching the orange flames leap high into the air. The porcine effigy blackens as you tend the fire and fuss over the coals. A succulent aroma begins to waft on the wind.
Succulent Chinese meal. The old man licks his translucent lips hungrily. I swear I can almost smell a delicious roast. Ah, if only it were real.
Over the sound of crackling logs, you hear a crowd of footsteps come padding down the road towards the cooking pit.
Over here, I knew I smelled something good. Oh, it's the fucking Doug cartoon characters over here. It's the others, my friends. You've come back. Hey, a ghost! No, wait, is that old man McGraw? Say it ain't so, old timer. When you never showed up for the morning head count, we all feared the worst. It's true, I ended up as pig food. Can you believe that? I worried you would all face the same fate as me. However, did you escape the hog farm? It was the strangest thing. The swine sister started complaining about the weather being too hot, even though it's pretty chilly if you ask me. All of a sudden, they bolted out into the woods, squealing all the way, left the gate wide open and everything. Then we smelled something delightful in the breeze and couldn't resist. It's been so long since we've had anything other than pig slop. Gosh, that smells so good. Is it barbecue? Where did you get all that food?
Barbecue.
Mochum, thank you for the prime sub. Very, very, very much appreciated, my good friend. Ham, sausage, bacon, it all looks so delicious. What a wonder, it truly is a feast. Thank you.
What did I tell you? Enjoy yourself for a little while longer and be at peace. The starving crowd happily helps themselves to the feast, cheering, laughing, and praising the old ghost's name. You see something twinkle amongst the cooling coals of the cooking pit. Warm to the touch, you pick out a piece of greasy gristle from the soot. On closer inspection, it appears to be 3 separate chunks, 1 fat piece, 1 long piece, and 1 small piece. The souls of the pigs.
First one says, I'm not a bass player, but I'll always defend the bass player. You are loved bassists. I do really love bass players. Bass is a fantastic instrument, and I feel like it does get the shaft in heavy music in a lot of the time in general. I wish it was a little more present sometimes in the mix.
Okay, need more nails. Let's see what we can get done with what we have, though.
Drummers, however, said Star Spawn. Drummers steal the show sometimes.
Berries. I need berries. Why are you coming over here, man?
Man, speaking of drummers, I think I have a copy of Close to a World Below by Immolation coming tomorrow. And I'm very excited about that. Some excellent, excellent drumming on that record. Can I see your lens cloth, please? Glasses are filthy.
I had to send these dudes to hell, too.
Who?
These little fucking snowmen. Frozen treat.
Frozen treat for your meat. Thank you.
You got me a frozen treat?
There's some frozen treats in the freezer. Want one?
No. I want a hot cinnamon bun.
You want a hot oh, cinnamon bun?
Yes.
I don't have no cinnamon buns.
So there's a silver bullet. I think I need another one of these. I think. But maybe I should go figure out if I really do or not first. Craft a silver bullet.
Alright, so you got the silver bullet for this huntsman. This is perfect. The wolf won't know what hit him. I'll meet you at the Darkwood and we'll put an end to this terror once and for all. With the bullet and blunderbuss in hand, the huntsman jogs off down the road towards the swamp. Okay, so maybe this is going to get you into the part of the swamp past the troll.
I sure hope he finds his bravery along the way, or it won't matter what sort of slugs he's slinging.
Slinging slugs.
Why don't we go back to the rumpling and see what we're missing there?
Rumpling.
Because I know he needed the egg, and I'm pretty sure he needed the alloy. Oh, he needs newt spines. What do you mean I don't have that?
Maybe.
Oh, I used it for the bullet. That's what it was. Okay. Okay, so I need 3 of these. So I need another one of these, and I need another one of these. And I need changeling root while I'm here for this.
Mochum says, how was Demons at the Door? If y'all talked about it, I missed it. So yeah, we did not talk about that on stream.
Yeah, it wasn't a Halloween movie.
Yeah, but I think Mochum probably saw it on our letterbox. So Demons at the Door, we watched for our Friendsgiving event, which is you know, David and Amanda, who come into our chat sometimes, are our IRL friends, and usually early in November we go over to their house with some other folks and have like a little get together. And the tradition for the last probably like 5 years maybe has been that I bring a terrible fucking film and we watch it. And this year I brought Demons at the Door, which I was going with something else, but we watched a Halloween episode from last year, I think, of Best of the Worst from Red Letter Media on YouTube. And they watched Demons at the Door, and I'm like, we have to get that film and watch it immediately, and that might be the film we bring to Friendsgiving. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's hilariously bad. Like, it's such a good fucking time. I had to warn everybody at the get-together that it was pretty much going to offend everyone's sensibilities, because as Roadkill described it, it's like if 14-year-olds who think South Park is the height of humor tried to make their own Evil Dead, is really what it feels like.
And like Red Letter Media did also say it's like they tried to write The Exorcist, where, you know, in The Exorcist is like your mother sucks cocks in hell, and they're like, oh well, that's just baby shit.
Yeah, like the whole, like the offensive part of Demons at, well, one of the offensive parts of Demons at the Door is that the demons, the titular demons, just say horrible shit to the protagonists because they're demons. So they're just like racist, sexist, homophobic, awful demons. And, you know, terrible, but also really fucking funny. Like, just hilarious dialogue. It was something else. And, like, the end of it just devolves into utter stupidity.
Yeah, like, you described it very well when you said it's more or less like an Adult Swim skit by the end of the movie.
Yeah, like, the last 20 minutes feels like an Adult Swim short or something. Like, it's so stupid, but the brunt of the movie is just, like, no budget, some people in a basement somewhere filming a whole movie with bad costumes, and what has to be gallons and gallons of like Nickelodeon slime. It's definitely worth watching if you like bad films. Yeah, that's like the big thing you get hit with first is the credit. First of all, Roadkill timed the opening credits. How long are the opening credits?
3 minutes. That's not an exaggeration.
Yeah, there are 3 minutes. There's a Star Wars style
Opening scroll.
text scroll that lays the groundwork for the backstory of the film, which you absolutely don't need. And then it goes into 3 minutes of opening credits. And one of the first credits you see is Insane Clown Posse is on the soundtrack. And there's also a composer. So, like, there's a bunch of really, really bad synth horror soundtrack that's just, like, monotonous and dumb throughout most of the film. But when they get into, like, these big, bad, awful fight scenes with the demons, it'll just start playing ICP out of nowhere. And then at the end of the fight, it will abruptly stop the ICP.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not the middle, or sometimes it stops in the middle.
Yeah, it's the we kept saying this throughout the whole movie too. The sound design and the sound mixing for this film is not even hilariously bad, it's just non-existent. Like, there was a mixer listed in the credits at the end, and we're like, what the fuck did you do? Because all of the audio in this film is at the same level, which is slightly too loud.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, the dialogue, the sound effects, the music, everything's at the at the same level, so you can't ever hear one thing over the other. It's just a fucking cacophony, and sometimes ICP is playing as well. And
yeah, there's like one scene where I'm pretty sure the dude wanted to get the whole ICP song in there.
I'm not pretty sure he wanted to. I am sure, because they play the whole goddamn song.
You see, I'm pretty sure they play the song multiple times.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know what song it is. Okay, so, like, I've heard a lot of ICP's music. I had a friend in high school who was into ICP.
And we also just grew up in that time frame. So, like,
Yeah.
even if you're not a juggalo, you hear it and you're like, oh, this is some fucking silly shit.
I'm not even going to stand here and posture like I've never listened to ICP recreationally, because there's been a time in my life, in high school, or middle school, or somewhere in there, where I listened to a couple of ICP records, and it was like, okay, whatever. So I know some ICP music. I used to have some bootleg CDs somebody made me. I had Violent J's Wizard of the Hood. Used to listen to that a lot.
Yeah, I remember that. It's just, I feel like there's a difference between, oh, this is really funny, and I've never heard such dark music.
Yeah, like I never thought it was like the best thing ever. I thought it was kind of funny and kind of catchy, right? And it is. It's sometimes. This ICP song that they play in this film, there's one scene. This scene goes on for fucking ever. It is the longest scene in the goddamn film, and they at least played this one song all the way through once. Roadkill's probably right. They probably started over at least once too. It is the worst ICP song I've ever heard.
Like, that's not a joke.
And that's saying something. I mean, we're talking about a catalog of bad music, and this has to be one of their worst tracks. I don't know what the track is, but it's bad. Yeah, if you can get your hands on Demons at the Door, you should watch it. Now,
just mail it to Mojo.
Now, here's the thing is, like I said, Red Letter Media did a spot for it last year, and I think that caused the DVD to skyrocket. So I feel like the DVD was like $50 to $70 when I found it on eBay. But if you go on Amazon, there is one of those 10 movie DVD collections that has it for like it's like $15, and it's called Urban Chills. Urban Chills. So I guess it's supposed to be horror movies that are made by or starring or about folks of color. I guess that's the idea. It's got 10 movies on it. Demons of the Door is one of them. There is a black character, Demons of the Door. I guess that was their criteria for putting it on this collection. So the collection itself, in concept, seems a little racist. There's some other films on this collection which we have yet to watch that look fucking heinous. So look out for those on our Letterboxd diary. But yeah, if you want to see Demons of the Door, hit up Amazon and see if you can get a copy of Urban Chills, the collection with Demons of the Door, because it's gonna be the cheapest way to get it. I'm just thinking of every ridiculous element in that film right now, and it's just... there's just so much. Like, the main character and his fucking toupee, and the terrorist at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Who's just like a gray-haired biker.
Yeah, it's just some old American dude, and he's pretending to be, like, an Arab terrorist, and it's fucking terrible. He says, "You Americans have no, how you say, balls."
Mm-hmm.
It's like his big piece of dialogue.
The main character, the dude you were talking about with the toupee, has a lot of ball-centric dialogue.
Oh god, they talk about balls so much in this movie. They're like, you gotta swallow these balls, I got a big pair of balls, you don't have any balls, wait till you see my balls. They talk about balls all the time.
Ah, fuck.
There's the scientist character who looks like, who's that dude from Young Frankenstein? Peter Boyle. He looks like Peter Boyle. He has to do the plumbing commercial.
Yeah, in the middle of the fucking movie.
The demons are coming up through the...
And it plays... That scene plays like 5 seconds of a song.
Oh, man, yeah.
Swamp. I gotta go to the swamp.
Yeah, okay, Motion, yeah. Cracker Jack, which is also on that Urban Chills thing. Motion's looking at this right now. Cracker Jack is a film on that with the tagline, "White bread gone bad." That's gonna be the next one we watch. We keep talking about watching Cracker Jack, and we haven't done it yet, but it's got, like, that one's gotta be fucking top tier bat film.
Okay, the troll just disappeared.
Oh, well, that's dumb.
Anything interesting over here?
So we're chasing the wolf into this area, right?
Yeah. You find yourself looking down the gaping mouth. Shit. You find yourself looking down the gaping mouth of a gun muzzle.
Who's there? Show yourself.
Don't you point that thing at me.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. It's just so darn dark here. I can hardly see my own shadow.
Why do you think they call it the Darkwood? Keep your head on your shoulders, lad. We've got a big bad wolf to bring down.
Right. Haha, I'm totally not afraid of a vicious 7-foot-tall killer who makes his home in a forest as black as night.
I forgot your headcanon that he's, like, attracted to the wolf.
Oh, yeah. A vicious 7-foot-tall, muscly killer.
You need to concentrate on the task at hand. We only have one silver bullet, and if the wolf catches even the smallest whiff of our plan, it's curtains for us.
Haha, no pressure. So, what exactly is the plan?
Shoot.
Yeah?
The wolf is waiting in his cabin. I'll sneak up and lure him to you with my puppet, just as I did before at the tavern. Meanwhile, you'll find a good hiding spot and ready your gun.
And this time I won't whip out. I've got the silver bullet. So, do you know which way is the wolf's cabin? I can't really make out a path or anything.
Let me worry about that. You just get yourself ready. And remember, Don't miss! I will.
Crows?
Yeah, there were crows in the village? You squeeze through the gaps in the trees and duck under claw-like branches, but you've somehow managed to end up right where you started. Bah, I'll never make head nor tail of these pathways. Perhaps I should ask someone with a bird's eye view. A keen-eyed owl inspects you from its roost.
Hoo, hoo, hoo.
Well, hoo-hoo to you too. I wonder what it is you're trying to say. I have to cast Speak with Animals.
An avian lexicon is what you need.
So I need red feathers, I need this cat toy, which means I need blue feathers, I need a mimic's toe, which means I need a skeleton key, which means I need this guy, which means I need this guy, which means I need this guy. Nails, I need nails, damn. Need spiny newts. I need 3 of those. No, fuck off! You bitch! go through the market as well, because they've got cobblestones.
Oh god, what is Tirith linked in our chat? Oh god, it's a mulch compilation. Yeah, Tirith's TikTok algorithm has resulted in something heinous, I think. I don't know what this shit is. But it's Mulch Gang, and everybody is required to join Mulch Gang. I am about to munch on mulch. Yippee. Watermelon mulch. Very delightful. Tastes so good. Yummy. Very mulchy. Mulch Gang for life.
AI-generated memes.
Possibly. It's so funny. Like, fucking Mulch Gang for life. Here, get a Mulch Gang tattoo. Oh, I haven't seen that video yet, Tirith. I assume you sent that to us. A video of a guy eating apples while juggling them. We went to sleep at 5 o'clock and got up at 7:50. Oh, Tirith is giving serious consideration to a Mulch Gang tattoo. Here we go, man eating apples while
Oh, I've seen that before. Yeah.
I've never seen it before. Fuck yes. This dude's aura, like he is exuding an energy in this video that is just terrifying. Like, that's the kind of energy that, like, old school dictators had, like, back in World War II era. Like, that's the kind of shit that Joseph Stalin had that did what it did to the Soviet Union.
Need one more. Okay, him and the hot dog dude, though, battle to the death. Who wins?
Like the dude that, like, inhales and exhales the hot dog?
Yeah, I'm just saying, dude.
I'm just saying. Exactly, Tirith. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like you're a fucking peasant in 1930s Russia, and you're just fucking farming beets and potatoes or whatever. And this dude's just like, this dude just shows up and he's got armed guards on either side of him, and he just starts juggling apples and eating them at the same time. And he's like, I'm your fucking. What do they call? What was Stalin?
I don't know what Stalin was.
I don't know either.
Where'd the birds?
I'm your fucking president now. And you can't say no to that. Do they have apples in Russia?
Just potatoes.
Just potatoes? Yeah.
Where the fuck do the birds go?
In Soviet Russia, apple picks you. Yakov Smirnov. Apple pies you. Apple candies you. What else can you do with that? Apple bobs you.
An apple do be bobbing you.
We'll do be bobbing. You ever been apple bobbing? You ever played that party game?
Yeah.
Have you really?
I'm pretty sure.
I never have. Derek says, can we have mulch giving? Yeah, how do we have mulch giving? I feel like
Giving absolute mulch.
I feel like it would have to be a stream or a Discord meetup where we all collectively, but in our individual homes, get like the worst like gas station food or something and eat it together. It would just have to be something like weird and awful like that. Unless you want to actually eat mulch. I don't know like if you could just
Oh, you could do like
you just eat leaves.
No, I feel like it'd be like that worms and dirt treat you make for Halloween.
So we need a recipe for it.
Yeah, so it's just like, you know, if you want the bark, you'd have to have like shavings of chocolate. You'd have like the Oreo dirt.
But that sounds good. I don't think mulch giving should be good. Ghostmax says I'm gonna head to bed. Ghostmax is excusing themselves from mulch giving. Hey, have a good night, Ghostmax. Thanks for hanging out. Gotta eat loam.
That's what you do. You have mulch giving, then you sleep through Christmas. It plugs up your holes so you can hibernate.
Loam stands for Love Our. Autumnal mulch.
Where's the fucking thing? Pigeon. Pigeon is also this, right? So I gotta get bluebird feathers from the forest, pigeon beak from the village.
Tira says if you're streaming on Thanksgiving, I'll make a mulch gang playlist to play. Like a YouTube video playlist. Thanksgiving is on the 23rd. We might stream, I don't know.
It depends on how fucking angry we are.
Yeah, make a little playlist and we'll put it in the corner.
And the fucking whole skull comes right out of that pigeon.
The whole skull comes out. Fall off the bone pigeon meat.
Alright, now I can talk to that owl. Let me go see the rumpling.
Go see the rumpling.
He's rump! He's rump! He's rump!
He's gonna dump. First one says lump is going to be stuck in their head for the next week.
You're welcome. It's usually peaches for me.
Millions of peaches.
Collecting all the components into his arms, the rumpling disappears into his little treehouse. You can't tell exactly what he's doing inside, but the sounds and smells emanating from the chimney make you think it's better left unknown. He emerges sometime later with singed brows and foggy glasses.
Eureka! I've done it!
He holds out a glowing emerald with a pair of iron tongs.
Here! Go ahead. It's yours.
You appraise the glittering jewel. It's abnormally heavy in your hands. Very pretty.
The little man's giggling abruptly stops as his face falters with disbelief. Oh,
What's the matter? You seem disappointed.
It's nothing. This is just not what I was expecting at all.
He strokes his beard thoughtfully.
I guess I should have told you earlier, but there's a slight curse to the stone. It can only be touched by one whose heart is free of avarice.
How convenient of you to leave that part out.
Since you went to all the trouble of tracking me down, I just assumed you were in it for the gold.
Oh my, no. I don't care much for the wretched stuff. This gold is meant for someone else.
Well, I gave you what you asked for. Our deal is done. Now leave me in peace.
Alright. No need to be rude. I've got to bring this stone back to the millers.
Starts someone says they hated the presidents. Decades later, they're still assaulting their brain. I don't feel like I hate that band. I don't think I've ever listened to an album. I just know, like, their bigger songs or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's just sort of like dumb, catchy music. I love, Dune Buggy.
Yeah.
I get that song stuck in my head all the time, too.
Little blue dune buggy.
I mean, if we're talking about presidents, yeah, I hate them bitches.
You're back. The Hawk will return with his goons any minute now.
Don't worry, I've got a solution to your monetary problems right here. You hold up the alchemist stone proudly.
Oh, that's a very fine jewel, but I don't think it will be nearly enough to satisfy the Hawk.
Just stand back and watch. All this grain is just waiting to be spun into gold.
You gotta do some spinning? Oh, shit.
You place the stone into a barrel of grain and it melts through the kernels like butter. The barrel bursts under the weight of glittering golden coins spilling out onto the floor.
Wow, it's a miracle.
Is the dude gonna show up?
Yeah, what do we do now?
Oh, there's a few spots. Okay.
Oh, you gotta make more. I see.
You roll the alchemist stone into a bag of flour and mountains of golden dust rip through the canvas sack.
Gold dust the wrestlers?
Yeah.
Here? How is this possible? I've never seen so much gold in my life.
It's making me want popcorn.
What makes you want popcorn?
They talked about kernels and butter.
Oh.
You touch the alchemist stone to a bushel of straw and it instantly transforms into a mound of sparkling riches.
Amazing! I can't believe my eyes.
Before the millers can so much as count a single coin, the door crashes open. The Hawk strides into the mill, flanked by a pair of guards, cracking their knuckles.
Time's up. Where's my money? Yeah, pay up, squirts. Master Hawk, not to worry. We've got your payment right here.
His eyes open wide at the sight of the piles of gold strewn about the mill.
What? But how?
Never you mind how. This should be more than enough to cover the cost of the miller's debts and the deed to the property.
I don't understand unless... No, it can't be. He points a hooked talon at you accusingly. You're the rumpling. There's no other explanation. Guards, seize her. The two goons leap forward and grab you roughly by the arms.
You're making a terrible mistake. Just take your money and leave these good people in peace.
Don't play smart with me, imp. I know how the legend goes. I've caught you, and now you must give me my weight in gold. Haha, I'm rich. I'll lock you up and squeeze you for every penny you've got. I'll be the wealthiest hawk in the entire kingdom. No, the entire world. Now, pay out my first installment, rumpling. He outstretches his hand towards you greedily.
As you wish. No sooner does the cold stone touch the hawk's skin than a brilliant flash of yellow light engulfs the mill. When the light fades, the hawk stands before you, transmuted into a solid gold statue.
What magic is this? Horrified, the two soldiers beat a hasty retreat through the door. What happened? Is he okay?
You tuck the stone safely back into your satchel and give the hawk statue a pat. I think this should set you up nicely. Just don't go spending it all in one place.
Thank you. How could we ever make this up to you?
Live a rich and full life. That ought to be enough for anyone.
You notice a stray feather glinting on the floor.
Pluck the golden feather and run your fingers along the gleaming barbules. It makes it sound like coins falling into a wishing well, the soul of the hawk. This is my payment. Okay, so that's 2 done today.
Yeah, that's the hawk down and the
hog.
The hog, so...
And I'm gonna go talk to the owl. And I'm assuming that'll be close to the end for the wolf?
Yeah, it should be, I think. Now I've got fucking Dune Buggy stuck in my head.
Little blue dune buggy.
Little blue Dune Buggy.
Little blue dune buggy. Little blue dune buggy. From the dark wood. You wave your linguistic scroll at the owl, magic quill at the ready. Well, speak up.
Woo, woo, woo.
The quill scribbles across the parchment of its own accord, translating the owl's hoots into something more understandable. Walk warily, naive neighbor. Exploration seldom escapes notice. What the does that even mean?
What the does that even mean? Oh,
I
no.
thought owls were supposed to be wise. They're not. Owls are dumb as shit. Apparently. Alright, so... Drat, I'll need to find a path through the trees. Oh yeah, west-west, north-north. East-south,
Hang on,
east.
I'll write that down. Some fucking Lost Woods Zelda shit. West, west, north, north, east, south, east, north. Okay.
So I just happened to go the right direction the first 2 times.
West, west, north, north, east, south, east, north.
That must be the wolf's cabin up ahead. He's expecting Little Red to come a knocking, so I'll need to use the puppet to lure him into the huntsman's ambush.
Now, I was afraid you were gonna have to remake this puppet.
No, I've had it in my inventory the whole time.
I didn't know you still had it.
Puppet the red-hooded doll. You puppet the red-hooded doll to the door of the wolf's rickety cabin. An evil light glows from within, casting eerie shadows on the ground. You lift the puppet's head to peep through the window, spotting chewed bones and torn rags littering the floor, but no sign of the wolf.
Suddenly, yellow eyes stab out of the shadows. There you are, my delectable little pork chop. I was beginning to think you had forgotten about me. Or sometimes Roadkill calls me their delectable little pork chop.
Through the strings of the puppet, a chill runs down your spine as your animal instincts can't help but scream one thing. Run.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Preferring to hunt under the cover of darkness, the wolf pauses to snuff out a glimmering wisp. You'll need to use these wisps to your advantage if you hope to outrun the wolf.
Okay, so anytime I see light, I need to pass it.
I guess.
Bullshit.
Are we supposed to follow the same directions back?
I don't know, that's what I was trying to do. Drat, I'll need to start over again. He's fast, but the wisp light might be enough to distract him.
I don't understand what the wisp light is.
Oh, it's these lanterns.
Oh, so you gotta follow the lanterns?
Because he stops to put them out.
Oh, I see, okay. Bochum is confirming that they also thought owls were smart, but Google is confirming they're dumb, even for birds. Yeah, I think they're just like really big and aggressive. So like they can just like, you know, hunt and get shit, but they don't have to like the owls have a lot of natural predators.
At your command, the puppet comes to a halt at the center of a moonlit clearing. The wolf bursts out of the shadows, gripped by ferocious rage.
Ha ha, there's no place to hide, little piggy. You're mine now, all mine.
Baring his fangs, the wolf pounces into the air with tremendous force. The sound of thunder roars loudly from across the clearing. Crows scatter into the night air, and the dark wood falls silent. Blinking in disbelief, the wolf staggers to a stop. He glances down at his chest, where a crimson spot blossoms. Wait, he glances down at his chest, where a crimson spot blossom out onto his vest. The huntsman reveals himself from the bushes, holding his smoking weapon anxiously.
You shot me.
The beast crashes to the ground, exhaling his final breath, his glassy eyes transfixed on the full moon high above. Hesitantly, the huntsman boggles at the wolf before a triumphant grin crosses his face.
I did it. I actually did it. I defeated the wolf.
Don't forget that you had some help, kid. This villain won't hunt any longer, and that's what really matters. As the huntsman strikes a courageous pose atop his trophy, something pearly white falls from the wolf's mouth. Pick up a glistening fang broken by the wolf's fall. From deep inside the bloodied tooth, you can faintly hear the whimpering of a dog, the soul of the wolf. Yeah, like, I know owls are associated with Athena, but, like, I don't know if that alone is why we associate them with wisdom.
Yeah. Mojo says they put all their stats into neck rotation instead of intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
They're very dexterous. They got all the dex points.
Their digestive system is fucking wild, too. Alright, so now all I have left is the stag. So let's go see what all we need for that.
Starspawn says we have barred owls here, but I'm not sure if that's supposed to be barn owls or if a barred
No,
owl...
bard is...
Okay. Ever hear their mating song? Very alarming at 3 a.m. Like, I know barn owls scream...
Yeah, barn owls scream like fucking women being stabbed, but barred owl is also a type of owl because it's what Joe Nichols says is behind the Mothman sightings.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what they sound like?
No. I mean, I can imagine. I feel like a lot of owls sound similar, and it's just loud and frightening.
I'm gonna look it up. This computer, I don't have the audio for this computer. I don't know why I'm looking it up on this one. Never mind, I'll look it up later.
Sitting upon a lofty throne, the prince looms over his court of nobles.
Not too many tiny cakes, they can't outnumber the tarts. Where is my useless brother with those berries? Everything must be perfect for my coronation. I think I saw him slink off to the garden, sire, no doubt shirking his royal duties again. Ingrate. I do ever so much for that little rascal, and he doesn't even bother to show me the respect I deserve. I should have had him exiled long ago, if only he weren't my brother. Oh. A fantastic idea, Your Grace. He will be shown the door as soon as the ceremony concludes, I assure you. My days of sharing the throne with that dandelion are almost over. It is best he lives out his days on the mountain. Lord knows it's where he belongs.
The stag's eyes narrow suspiciously at a cluster of nobles.
Speaking of my brother, have you three taken care of the statue in the hedge maze? Oh, yes, Your Majesty, just as you requested. Don't you worry yourself, my lord. The nobles exchanged hurried whispers, but you can't hear them clearly.
I wonder what all the fuss has to do with a measly statue. Something doesn't feel right. Perhaps I ought to take a look at it myself. Fucking popes.
Popes?
He's got a pope hat, or a cardinal hat, or whatever.
He does, huh?
Oop.
Yeah, we're about to have Protestant Reformation Part 2.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What about Vatican III? I think it's time we get Vatican III.
The Pope just excommunicated or stripped the duties of, like, some cardinal in Texas, because I don't know what he did, exactly. But something that even the Pope was like, yeah, you shouldn't do that. And also the Pope is speaking out against the Israeli army, and people are up in arms about it. So we're about to have Protestant Reformation too. Is that the guy? That's the brother?
Maybe.
Yeah.
At the foot of the marble statue is a cracked and weather-beaten plaque. You wipe snow from the engraved slab and find that large chunks have been hewn away from it. Only a few words are still legible. Stag. Rightful heir and ruler. Revealed. The choice of words is quite convenient for our royal aspirant. I wonder what the rest of the story has to say about the matter. You pick a tuft of colorful fur caught on the statue's raised hoof. It looks to be from a very expensive piece of clothing. The nobles of the court seem to have nothing but time on their hands. Perhaps some of them know the secrets of this statue.
You gotta find these plaque pieces. Love this guy.
Didn't even get him a berry. We've been playing Baldur's Gate enough that I expect every song I hear to transition into that Down by the River song.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I've liked the soundtrack in Baldur's Gate so far. I wish it would get a final release. Need more game soundtracks in my collection.
Oh, I need to make truth serum. I gotta just make some fucking truth serum.
Yeah.
I need crow's foot, and I need one of these. I gotta go to the fields for crow's feet, and I know I'm gonna need this for that.
I wonder if you're gonna have to make 3 of these truth serums.
Probably. Needs to be a warp point here.
Yeah.
A wee bit irritating.
What did we eat tonight, says Tirith. We had leftover spaghetti. What did everybody else eat tonight? What'd you have, Tirith? Anybody have anything super tasty? Oh, Tirith had pizza. What kind of pizza you have? Just cheese. That sounds very tasty. We have done very, very poorly on the eating front lately. Like, we've eaten so much fast food over the past week or two. Just lazy depression eating. But I put in a grocery order today. I'm trying to make a concerted effort to start cooking some healthy meals again, because like it's just not a good thing to be eating out as much as we have been.
Why do I always think it's that way?
I'm gonna make some roasted potatoes and some roasted veggies. I got the stuff to make a vegetable soup. Got a lot of tofu that we're gonna cook up. Just try to have some options in the fridge over the next couple weeks that isn't just like sandwiches.
You slather a cracker with liver pate and drizzle some scintillating serum over top. Soon enough, a nobleman licks his lips and indulges himself.
Ooh, they really did not spell check
Yeah, I guess.
the last part of this game.
What do you know about the statue in the hedge maze? The nobleman scratches his chin absent-mindedly.
Oh, you mean the stag? The one the stag smashed up? I'm not really supposed to talk about it, but he told me to get rid of some chunks of marble. Terrible heavy thing. Anyway, I just left it behind one of those wooden benches in the maze. Did he really expect me to lug it all the way out of the castle?
You snap your fingers and the noble immediately goes back to snacking as if nothing happened.
Starspawn says there is a track in Baldur's Gate 3, they believe in Act 1. It's on loop, and at one point the notes build, and they swear it sounds like the opening of Hit the Road, Jack. Oh, that's gonna be nice.
You stick your syringe into a plump macaron and offer it up to the nearest nobleman on a silver platter. He pops it into his mouth without even looking at you. The broken plaque in the hedge maze, would you happen to know anything about it? The nobleman's eyes flutter, and they speak as if conversing with themselves.
Can you believe the audacity of the stag? He broke it. He should have been the one to dispose of the pieces. Well, I couldn't be bothered to do such menial labor. Can you imagine? So anyway, I just tossed my piece into the southeast corner of the maze.
next time he should get some of the servants to do his dirty work.
You snap your finger at the noble. They sneer at you for a moment before returning to their wine as if nothing happened. I wasn't sure if I needed 3. I got the ingredients, but I didn't want to make up 3 truth serums. And
No, but I figured it was a pretty good bet.
a noblewoman snaps her fingers at you as you pass by.
You there, freshen up my wine.
Nodding politely, you dip your syringe into her glass and squeeze out a good amount of purple liquid. She sips it with her nose high in the air. There's a broken plaque in the hedge maze. What do you know about it?
The plaque? It's the last time I help out the stag, I'll tell you that much. He was whining about a prophecy or some such nonsense. Told me to get rid of a piece of that plaque for him. I tore my finest winter muff trying to get to grips with the damnable thing, so I left it under the big tree in the middle of the hedge maze.
You snap your fingers and the noblewoman makes a disappointed frown. She pulls up her collar in a huff and rejoins the party as if nothing had happened.
Oh my god. Dying over here.
So, behind a bench, southeast corner, under the big tree. Just as described, a piece of the plaque seems to have been kicked under the bench and forgotten. Achoo!
Bless you.
Sorry. Oh, is this the big tree? Wedged under the tree's forking roots lies a jagged piece of stone. It would help if I knew my directions. Buried beneath a heaping of snow, you finally manage to find a hunk of stone. That looks like the last piece. I'll reassemble it. There we go. You snap the broken chunks of marble back into place. Despite some marring on the surface, you can read the plaque quite clearly. The Buck and the Stag, a tale of 2 princes. Only one destined to be rightful, the heir and ruler.
Damn.
The king will be revealed by the touch of the truest crystal flower. Looks like the stag is trying to cut his dear brother out of the birthright. I wonder what's the business with the crystal flower. The Buck knows his way around a garden. Perhaps he'll have some idea. Flicking his ears, the young gardener puts his pruning shears down at your approach.
Hello again. Lovely day for a walk in the hedge maze.
Granted you don't get lost. Say, you wouldn't happen to know anything about a crystal flower, would you?
Crystal flower? Why, they're very, very rare. It said they only grow in a cave at the highest peak of the mountain. According to legend, the truth of one's heart is refracted in the facets of each frosted petal. Why do you ask?
No reason. I just thought one might make a nice gift for your brother's big day.
Hey, you're right. That's a brilliant idea. What better gift from the court's gardener than a beautiful crystal flower? Oh, but the trek up the mountain is perilous. I don't know if I have what it takes.
Nonsense. I was heading up that way anyways. You just stay close behind.
Really? You'd help me? Well, all right. What are we waiting for then? Meet me out by the slopes and we'll get underway.
Meet me out by the slopes, brah.
Meet me by the slopes, brah. Looking grind some powder, bruh.
I assume snowboarders talk like surfers.
Probably.
It's just cold surfing.
Cold surfing. Snowboarding looks like fun. Like, I don't think I would want to do it because, like, I feel like any sport I would ever try, I would just perish. But it looks like fun. We should watch some bad radical sports movies. Tira tried snowboarding when she was a teen. It hurt her feet so bad. I feel like I would certainly break something.
Oh yeah, you already have problems with your ankles. You see the buck hiding behind a bush, anxiously watching something up ahead. What's the matter? Did you get cold feet already?
Shh, they'll hear you. Look.
Through the pine boughs.
I'm afraid of these snowmen.
You okay?
Yeah.
You can make out figures moving across the snow. They're covered in warm pelts and carry sharp-looking spears.
The royal trappers, they keep my brother's court supplied with furs, but they've been out here for so long, they'll hunt anything that moves.
It would be a shame if those antlers of yours ended up as someone's trophy. Wait here and let me deal with them.
Alright, be careful. Starspawn says snowboard is really hard on your knees. Aerosmith says falling in love is hard on the knees. But I don't know what they said about snowboarding.
Whoa! Touch of cold.
Bottom there.
Oh, everything. Everything. So I gotta go get changeling meat and dryad meat.
Delicious. I did try skateboarding when I was a kid, but I didn't get very far with that. You had a razor scooter, right?
Yeah, but I didn't ever use it properly.
What did you do with it?
I kind of just walked beside it most of the time. I would try to ride on it, but I could not keep my balance on it.
Yeah, balance is not something that comes easily for me.
Like, I don't feel like my balance is bad, but I was never even, like, taught to ride a bike. Like, I never learned how to do it, so...
Like, I rode a bike a lot when I was,
No. This.
when I was a kid, like, from probably, like, age 4 or 5 to age 9, when I moved out of the city we lived in that had sidewalks. I rode a bike all the time. But then we didn't have sidewalks anymore. And I feel like at some point in there, my parents got me a skateboard. I think I probably wanted one for some reason. And they would take me to, like, parking lots to practice, but, like, it just wasn't very good. And, you know, it kind of stopped happening.
Very brave of you not to shoot up a fucking... I don't remember if it was, like, a nail salon or a sorority, but it was very brave of you not to shoot one of those up after realizing you couldn't skateboard.
Is that a shooting that happened?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Tyr says, did it make you sick? Did the razor scooter make you sick?
Don't think so.
Like motion sickness or anything?
No, I just couldn't... Because, you know, it's 2 wheels in a straight line. I just could not keep my balance on it. Or is she saying sick like the 90s compliment?
Yeah.
Dryad, I need reeds.
I wish I could remember what the skateboard I had was.
I think it was Star Wars.
Was it?
I feel like I remember that.
I was gonna say it was a Star Wars skateboard because I know it was sitting on our carport for years and years, and like I never touched it, but it was out there.
So I need one more of these.
Sick ass Star Wars skateboard.
I need the Dryad, Nutsack. I mean, if that is a genuine question about my motion sickness has not been bad until I was like 25.
Yeah, I don't know why your motion sickness became a thing in your 20s.
Like, I went to an amusement park with 2 of my friends when I was in my, like, preteens, and I was the only one who didn't get sick.
Yeah, I know you used to love roller coasters and stuff. I've never liked roller coasters, but I know you used to. That's so weird. I don't know why it would develop like that.
Well, I mean, my mom's always had really bad, but, I mean, I don't know if hers was the same as mine, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, there's that. And now I just need to go get these.
Do you almost fall over a lot
No, my balance is really good, in my opinion.
in like just walking around?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever complained about feeling like unsteady or dizzy just walking around. Touch of cold. Oh shit. We're frozen everybody.
You glance at the buck hiding safely behind a tree at the far side of the camp. Making a raven's call, you signal for him to join you. The buck picks his way through the frozen trappers.
Are they going to be okay?
They might catch a case of the sniffles. Nothing a nice warm bowl of soup won't fix. Come along now, we're still a ways from the mountain peak.
I think I know a way up. I'll meet you ahead. Come join me when you're ready. Kira says, I really liked to go on spinning rides as a kid, but I was also that kid that spun in circles constantly. Now I spin in my chair so too fast and I'm disoriented for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't like spinning very much.
I don't feel like I get motion sick, so I feel like all of that would be fine. I didn't like roller coasters as a kid though, just because like I have like a fear of heights and shit. I always feel like I was gonna fall out of. Always felt like I was gonna fall out of roller coasters. Ooh, Bochum had a skateboard but couldn't do any tricks, but they did have tech decks. They could ollie with those. Hell yeah. I used to have tech decks. I remember that craze really well.
I had specifically the Pokemon tech decks, which I don't even think were the official tech decks.
Yeah, they were like those, like plastic ones, right? Or did they have like the grip tape on them?
I don't remember. They were just some generic.
Yeah. Like, I remember having like the I had like a kit that you could get. It was like a bunch of tech decks like a bunch of skateboards, and then it had like all these interchangeable parts, like trucks and wheels and graphics you could apply, and then it had like grip tape you could apply in different colors and like all kinds of different stuff.
I remember I had a ghastly skateboard.
Yeah. And I remember having some of the like skate park stuff, like a half pipe you could set up for it and stuff. I don't know. I always like stuff like that. I like, even now, I mean, I love action figures now. I just love little toys like that.
Before you stands a looming rock face. Not even the most determined climber could hope to scale it. I thought you said you knew a way up to the peak.
Well, you see, this is the Great Geyser. When the air is cold enough, the water erupting from it freezes solid. I thought it might give us something to climb up.
You look into the dry crater at the bottom of the sheer cliff. I don't see much erupting happening down there.
Down there.
Erupting.
Erupting. It's been dormant for a few seasons now. I kinda hoped we'd get lucky.
I don't trust any luck that I don't make myself. You take a moment to ponder your situation and eye the small geysers nearby, frequently spewing steam up into the frosty air.
You gotta plug these
In the
guys up.
frosty air. I suppose these other water spouts all draw. That's what you tune into Ghost Meat for, all draw.
Oh my god.
I suppose these other water spouts all draw from the same underground source.
I think you're right. They started popping up shortly after the Great Geyser fell silent.
Then I wager if we plug them all up, we'll be able to make the big one blow its top again.
Plug them up with what? You gotta make big magic butt plugs.
You turn your attention to the bleeding mountain goats digging for lichen nearby. This frosty beast look to be about the right diameter. Maybe I can coax some of them into position.
Yeah, Starspawn says they used to make fingerboards out of cardboard and like grip tape for skateboards. And cut pictures out of comics or magazines for the art on the bottom.
I have every recipe now.
That's kind of rad. I kind of love that. I remember when I was a kid, my dad and I used to make action figures and quote unquote action figures and vehicles and stuff for them out of cardboard. So like I would get like toilet paper rolls, like the cardboard tubes, and like draw on them and cut them and glue them and stuff and make little characters with them. And then I had like, I remember specifically we made a battleship. I had this big battleship for action figures that was made out of cardboard and duct tape. Like it was just like, you know, all of it was made out of a box that we just cut into strips and made like the body of the boat, and then we made like all these little smokestacks and cannons out of cardboard and stuff. I used to have a bunch of stuff like that that I had made as a kid that I could play with my action figures and stuff.
No, not there. Well, you're closer to this one now, I guess.
Yeah, what's the problem here?
I don't think I understand what it wants me to do. It says lure the mountain goats to plug the geyser. And it told me to make this. Oh, okay.
A goat perch.
You're gonna plug up this geyser if it kills them.
Oh, yeah, it's here. It says homies with Barbies always use the pizza riser as a table. Kids are so resourceful. Yeah, the little thing that keeps the pizza box up in the middle. Make a little table out of it. Okay, so like when I got into, God, I must have been like 9 or 10 around this time. I got really into Pokemon. I got really into Resident Evil around the same time. And like,
I had 2 bookcases in my room, and I turned them into. One of them was a Resident Evil 2 like Raccoon City Police Department, and one of them was a Pokemon Center. So like the Pokemon Center one had like, it was like multiple levels on the bookcase. So like on the bottom I had like my Pokemon arena, and where I had like some Pokemon electronic battle thing set up down there.
Yeah.
You remember that toy?
I think so.
Like you put the Pokemon on it and they could fight and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had like an entry lobby, and then like medical facilities and stuff, and I had all this furniture made out of like index cards.
Mm.
It had a restaurant on one level. It had, I don't know. Then I just had all my action figures over there, manning the facilities.
With the plump bodies of braying goats clogging up the small geysers, the earth beneath your feet begins to grumble. The mountain goats' eyes go wide as the pressure builds beneath them. With no other outlet, the steam rushes towards the only opening left. With a deafening boom, the long dormant geyser erupts, sending a great spear of water high into the air. As the deluge reaches its apex, ice crystals begin to form in the mist, twinkling as they hang in the air.
Yeah, these goats are getting their yawnies steamed.
Oh, they are. Bit by bit, they begin to build on each other, forming larger and larger crystals until it forms a great column of ice rising all the way up towards the mountain peak.
Huh, I can't believe it worked. Last one to the top is a spotted fawn.
Get my goat perch back. I had, like, this weird, strange asymmetrical shelf that was divided into tiny little blocks, like tiny little squares, and that's where I put all of my Pokemon figures.
Oh, yeah?
And I knew exactly where each one was, because my mom said that my sister would, like, take one down and look at it, and I'd be like, why were you in my room?
Oh my god.
You stand at the mountain's peak, buffeted by wind and snow. Now then, where's this crystal cave you spoke of?
I'm not sure. I think it should be just up ahead, but in this blizzard I can hardly see my own nose. The bug! Oh my god!
The bug jumps behind you, pointing into the frigid fog.
Wait, what was that?
You squint into the galing winds, unable to see anything but white. Probably just another mountain goat.
I wouldn't be so sure. When I was little, my brother told me stories of the Snowkin who lived up here. He said if I ever went up into the mountain, the Snowkin would blow a great blizzard down on me. He said they'd turn me around and give me false directions until I got lost and froze solid.
Sounds to me like these Snowkin might be some kind of guardian spirits. And if they're aiming to keep people away from something, then surely they'll know where the something is. I've a notion to find our way as they do, but it will take a considerable quantity of their essence.
Oh, we gotta go milk these guys? That sounds dangerous. I'll stay put. I know better than to wander blind in a snowstorm. These 3 snowmen right here look like they're about to drop a fucking rad rap album.
I think these are just snowmen.
Nope,
oh,
nope.
wait, nope.
There's a guy.
Melting pot. Oh, I'm not gonna have what I need for that. Gotta go get fireflies and bird.
Red bird feathers. Yeah, I used to have shit tons of those little plastic Pokemon dudes. Like, I liked collecting those more than the cards.
Yeah, I mean, I liked both. Goats are alright if you were worried.
Of course they're all right. They got their yannis steamed. They're feeling fresh.
Not sure why I have a frozen treat. Guess I picked it up from somewhere.
Delicious.
No, I mean, the character did say a lot of their essence, so does that mean, like, a lot of their essence?
I don't know. I don't know how many you might need.
Need more reeds. I don't know why I have a fishing line.
For fishing.
I'm gonna go ahead and catch this other grove of fireflies.
Yeah, having a little extra resources can't hurt just in case it wants you to make another one.
Reeds. I need reeds. I think the fields might be a good resource for those. Reed source.
A reed source?
That's what I said.
A Lou Reed source?
A Reed Richards source.
Why are we talking about that Lou Reed Metallica album?
I don't know, because you mentioned I Am the Table a couple of weeks ago, but I don't know why you originally mentioned it.
I don't know either.
It's bad.
It's not a good album. I feel like I did try to listen to it one time.
And I hope that's enough.
Ended up reading a bunch about Lou Reed and the Velvet Underground the other day because I was reading about Andy Warhol for some reason. Why was I reading about Andy Warhol? I get on fucking Wikipedia binges and I just...
You were talking about Twiggy from that fucking thing, and you said she's one of the people who would just be sort of his crowd.
Yeah, and I don't even know if I was right about that, actually. I may have been totally wrong, but I don't know.
Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and make 2 of these. That bunny was racing to die. Okay. God, I showed you a video the other day of a little rabbit just hopping into a garbage can, and I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh yeah, big mood. Big mood.
Now, I assume these dudes are gonna function like the dryads, honestly.
In what way?
Like, I just throw this shit and they drop it, but they don't disappear.
Snoken heart. Yeah, you need 3 of those.
For fuck's sake, Ali. Guess if I ever learned to read, it would be helpful, huh? So I should go get... I think I'll have everything except the feathers, and those I get here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you just gotta get some more feathers. Do you have a trap?
Don't know if I have enough to make any more traps. Need twigs, so I can get those from bushes. It's not a bush.
My sister always tells me that we used to have bunnies as pets when we were kids, but it must have been when I was very, very small, because I don't remember it at all. But apparently their food attracted so many roaches, my parents got rid of them. I remember having a duck as a pet for a while. I don't know where it came from.
The pond.
The pond.
Need more stick, so I can make 2 traps. The logs don't give you sticks, that's why I'm walking right past them.
Come on.
The logs give you crystal lizards.
Crystal lizard from Dark Souls.
Yes.
Drop titanite shards. What are you gonna do with all these meaty morsels you're picking up?
I don't know. Maybe I'll have a big feast. Maybe when that lady wakes up, she'll be hungry.
Did you get enough feathers?
Yeah, I only needed 2 more pots, and I already had 1. And I've made the second one. I feel like I've got to be too close to the end to bother stopping, you know?
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, if you stop now, it would probably be like a 1 hour stream next time, so you might as well just go the Go the distance here at the end. He's going the distance. He's going for speed. I like Cake.
Mm-hmm.
Cake's a good band.
It's a good food, too.
I have a soft spot for that band. They got some pretty good tracks.
Including the theme to Mission Hill.
Yeah, the theme to Mission Hill is Italian Leather.
Whoop.
Italian Leather Sofa is probably one of my favorite songs of theirs. Satan is My Motor, that's a good song. Commissioning a Symphony in C, that's a good song. Look, see how this so swirls in strange directions. Maybe the snow can know the path.
You pile the mythical snow at the buck's feet and shield it from the howling winds. The flakes drift in the air like icy glitter.
The howling wind.
Oh, come on,
Will
man.
the
I'm getting
winters never
chilly.
cease?
You prod the snowdrift with a muttered invocation. Despite the chaotic storm, the snow crystals swirl into an icy ribbon and slowly trace a line up the mountain peak.
There it goes. That must be the way to the Crystal Cave. He takes off after the trail like a shot. You hike up your skirt and do your best to keep up in the dense snow. His face falls as you arrive at yet another sheer cliff.
Well, I mean, I could have found this. I did, in fact.
I don't understand. The snow stops here, but there isn't anything more than rocks. Did the snowkin mislead us? Are we lost? I don't want to freeze solid.
This is no dead end. Look. You gesture to the cliff where the eddies of swirling snow quickly gather. Within moments, the entire wall of rock is buried under fresh white powder. You reach out a clawed finger and touch the pure snow. It melts away to reveal a glittering opening in the stone.
The Crystal Cave. You did it. Let's go in before we freeze to death. I'm certain the crystal flower must be inside.
I like the Cake cover of War Pigs.
Yo, Cake's cover of War Pigs is amazing. Oh dear, look at all these flowers. I didn't think there'd be so many. I'm going to pick a whole bouquet.
You stop the impetuous youth with a quick tug and mutter beneath your breath. Hold on. The prophecy mentioned the one true crystal flower. These other flowers must be a deception meant to trap foolhardy would-be kings.
Prophecy? What are you talking about?
I only mean to say that we should find the best single flower for your brother's coronation.
Good point. Quality over quantity. Aha! I think I see just the one right over there. It do be sparkling, though. It's this one. It's perfect. Just look at the refraction of the petals and the frosting on the leaves. Oh, but I seem to have forgotten my pruning shears back at the castle. Would you do the honors? I don't want to damage it. Snip.
You snip the brittle stem of the flower, careful not to touch it directly. Prophecies can be nasty stuff to stick your fingers in. The buck holds the flower aloft, inhaling the blossom's magical aura.
Wow, smells like powdered snow on fresh pine trees.
The moment is interrupted by the shrill cries of aristocrats clamoring against each other.
I found them over here, my lord.
In a rush of colorful fabrics and fancy hats, you find yourself surrounded by nobles. The stag steps out from their midst, looking irate.
After everything I've done for you, this is how you repay me, brother?
The young prince blinks in confusion.
What are you doing here? Wait, which one are we doing right now? Oh, that's the buck. What are you doing here? Have I offended you somehow? Usurper, you thought you could slip off when I wasn't looking and steal the crown from me? You think I don't know about the prophecy of the crystal flower?
Why does everyone keep talking about a prophecy? I picked this flower as a gift for you, brother. Fool! Only the king can choose the true crystal flower, and you are not the king.
The stag reaches down at his feet and plucks the closest flower.
See, only I can...
Prevent forest fires. The stag never finishes his sentence, his defiant pose forever imprisoned inside solid ice.
Oh, my brother, what have you done?
You give the mystified buck a reassuring pat on the back as the nobles gather closer. The true king has been revealed, indeed.
King, you mean me? You are the prince after all, and I suppose that prophecy was pretty clear.
Magic flowers are seldom wrong about this sort of thing, and if you tend to your kingdom with the same care you tend to your garden, you'll do just fine. The ring of nobles crowd around the buck.
You know, I never cared much for that stag myself. I think a new ruler shall shake things up a bit.
You excuse yourself as they bow and praise the confused lad.
Long live the king!
Passing the frozen stag, your eye catches on something sticking out of the permafrost. Chunk. You reach down and pick out a shard of translucent ice, careful not to cut yourself on the sharp edges. Despite the warmth of your palm, it does not melt. The soul of the stag.
So, this one is like... this dude just wanted to tend his garden and now he has to be king and shit. I don't feel like this dude got the good end of this stick.
The souls of the stag, hawk, hogs, and wolf rattle inside your pack like angry insects. That's the last of these villains. Now it's time to put an end to this wretched business with the goat.
Alright. Fucking 8 souls captured.
12.
12 souls captured, because we thought it was 8, but it was really 12. Damn, there's a lot of content in this game. I don't know what your playtime is, but it's got to be like 8 hours plus, right?
Has to be. Probably 12 or more, honestly. Alright.
Let's go, baby.
The goat paws the floor with a cloven hoof.
You've returned. I was beginning to grow impatient.
I would have thought patience to be one of your strong suits, but don't fret, I have brought you the last of your souls.
Delicious, are they not? You know what to do.
Shimmering sensations of the hawk wash over you, the nib of a quill scratching on parchment, coins clinking, the sharp snap of a closing padlock. Your eyes water at the smell of the hogs, grunting swine and buzzing flies. A cleaver falls onto a wooden block. Blood, bone, meat. A chill runs through your fingers as the stag sockets into the wall. Condescending laughter schemes in the snow. Pride, arrogance, hubris. Your mind sinks into shadow in the presence of the wolf. Soft footfalls padding through dried leaves. Hot breath, big eyes, sharp teeth.
Okay.
The collected souls vibrate with incandescent intensity. They seem to melt into their recesses, boiling away into tiny pinpricks of starlight. Soon nothing remains of them except 12 smoldering scorch marks on the stone wall.
Ah, well done. That's that. Our contract fulfilled. It was a pleasure doing business with you.
Hang on, what about your end of the deal? You said you would return my memories to me.
Did I? Well, perhaps I misspoke. You never really had any to begin with, my dear.
What are you talking about? I just don't remember them. I woke up and...
And met me, yes. That sounds about right for your very first memory.
What? But you told me that I brought this sleeping maiden to you, that I asked you to save her soul.
Oh, what I meant to say was that she came to me. She asked me to save her own soul, but it's so very easy to get confused. You, her, really, what's the difference?
Dawning realization creeps over you like ice water.
My life was cut short, whether by the wolf's fangs or the hog's cleaver or under the weight of a dozen other wrongs, I do not know. But in desperation, she called out to me, so we struck a deal. I would save her soul in exchange for theirs, 1 for 12. But it's not like I could let her go and collect them herself. She needed to stay here, you see, as insurance.
So what then? You created me? Is that it? To collect those souls on her behalf?
Bless you. Well, I should say that she created you, snipped off a piece of herself to do it. It was all worked out in the contract, of course. And now that contract is fulfilled, panned out nicely for everyone, I'd say. So if you, by which I mean she, ever need to get out of another bind, don't hesitate to give me a shout. Ta-ta for now. The room fills with a flash of blinding light. You blink and the goat is gone, leaving only a goat-shaped hole in the world.
Slowly, you turn to face the sleeping maiden. You feel sluggish and heavy. You take a strained step towards the gilded coffin. Your legs snap like dry twigs and you crumple to the floor. The cauldron is the last to fall. It resounds with a hollow clang as it bounces off the ground. You slowly open your eyes and see the vaulted ceiling of the hall. You raise your hand to touch the clear crystal surface of the gilded casket. The glass lid slides open effortlessly, and you swing your legs to sit up. The marble floor is smooth and cold under your bare feet. You stoop down to pick up the familiar metal cauldron. Slowly, memories come back at its touch.
Thanks for playing. That's not how I thought that was gonna end exactly. Which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool little light twist, not an earth-shattering twist, but it's definitely not what I thought it was gonna be. GG, first try, says Tirith. Tirith, why did your name change color? But that was good. That was a good game, right?
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Like, that was really nice. Like, the soundtrack was nice, the visuals were nice, the gameplay was fantastic, there was a lot to do. Yeah. Well, that's another game down. Tirith has cheered us one bit. Starspawn says the game was very pretty.
Oh yeah, I loved the art style.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. So
No idea what we're doing for the rest of the week.
for the rest of the year, I think for the rest of the year, we're pretty much going to be doing one-off
Game
stuff.
over, man. It's game over.
Yeah, when the new House Flipper comes out, I want to stream it.
That's in December.
Yeah, I think it's like December 23rd, which is
Yeah.
such a weird day. Like, I understand it, but it's also kind of a weird day to release a game, in my opinion.
Like, I kept thinking about, like, do I want to start another Resident Evil or something? I kind of want to play Sea of Stars, but I think I'm going to hold off and start both of those in January.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. November and December fucking suck. I'm depressed all November and December.
Yeah, me too.
No, Starspawn, we haven't played Unpacking, but Tirith has for 8 hours straight.
Tirith streamed Unpacking, all of it, in one 8-hour-long stream.
It is not an 8-hour game.
But yeah, so I mean, we're gonna try our best to be live throughout the rest of this month in December on our normal days.
Yeah.
But some of that's probably gonna change around. What about Maniac Mansion? You know what?
Yeah, you could.
Maniac Mansion. Maniac Mansion's gonna happen. I'm gonna get it, and we're gonna play through it and try to finish it in a stream. Cause I bet we can knock it out in a good long, maybe 3 or 4 hours. So definitely gonna do that. sooner rather than later. Maybe not this week, but possibly next week.
I feel like I should try to finish Final Fantasy. Just to have it done by the end of the year. But I don't know if I can. I don't know if I have the strength.
That's up to you. I'm not pushing for Final Fantasy because it just got to be a slog, and I'd rather do smaller fun stuff the rest of the year myself. And I would encourage you to do the same.
I know we have a dinosaur demo that I want to play.
Yeah. There's,
which looks like it might be in depth enough for a whole stream.
like a little simulator, like an archaeologist, paleontologist simulator kind of thing. I have so many demos and stuff downloaded. We have plenty of stuff to pad out the rest of the year.
Yeah, I know. There's absolutely no shortage of shit for us to do. I don't know.
Yeah. But we will hopefully see everybody tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out and sticking with us through the end of that game tonight, and we will be back with something fun tomorrow.
Well, we'll be back with something. I ain't gonna promise anything fun.
No, it's gonna be the best time you've ever had, or your money back.
Don't say that.
Mulch Gang out. By your money out, I mean I'll blow you a kiss into the mic. Bye.
Bye.